What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about Quasar, or Bazar, if you prefer to call her that. And she definitely is a babe. This is a very, very beautiful uniform. I would probably buy this uniform just on aesthetics alone. I think this thing looks absolutely amazing. But is it all looks and no substance? Well, I would answer with no. It's actually a pretty strong uniform. It's definitely a massive upgrade for the character. They've changed quite a bit for her. They gave her this damage accumulation on her fist skill. They gave her all defense down that applies to world boss, which is only applicable to the regular world bosses except for the world boss legends, but still really good. They added an extra second of immunity on the third skill, which will actually help her survivability just a little bit. And they also gave her 3 seconds of invincibility, which also helps. Now, the thing about Quasar that's really spectacular is that you can immediately cancel the skills in this uniform versus her other uniform, or not uniform, but her base kit, where you couldn't. So if you take her in the skill preview and you hit the 3 and then the 4, look at that. You can't cancel that 3 skill. You're not getting any damage from the 3. If you hit the 4 and then go into the 3, you're just doing the 3. You're not doing the 4. And the thing about her fifth skill is you got to let it do a hit, and then you could go into the 4 skill. It was actually kind of a pain back in the day to use her in ABX because of this. But in the new uniform, when you equip this baby, check this out. This is spectacular, and this is what we like to see. Characters that can cancel skills immediately and get tons of residual damage from them. So you can actually cancel the 3, 4, 5. Look at that. You're going to get all the damage from all of those skills. And judging from the testing, at least I've done here, I don't have her awakened. You really would want to proc on her fifth skill or her awakened skill. And you want to hit that fifth skill before her awakened skill because it has damage accumulation. However, the thing about this is the fifth skill, well, actually, no, you could cancel immediately and just go straight into the skill. Yeah. You won't get no residual damage from the fifth skill if you cancel immediately into the awakened skill, but you will get the damage accumulation immediately, right? Which is pretty nice. Yeah, you'll get the damage accumulation immediately. So that actually works out. So you could actually do 3, 4. You'll get the residual damage from the 3 and the 4. You won't get the residual damage from the 5, but you will get the damage accumulation without having to worry about triggering the proc on the fifth skill instead of the awakened skill. And that's exactly what you want. Now, I know some people, they're probably going to try to hit the 5 and then go into the awakened skill like that. That way they get that residual damage, but it might be better just to go 3, 4, 5, immediately cancel into the awakened skill after the 5. Again, I don't have her awakened, so I'm not really sure in actual gameplay, but when you're just regular playing her without her awakened skill, without being transcended, 3, 4, 5. It is that easy. They didn't really change anything as far as like her skill animations. Everything pretty much looks the same as it always has, which I do feel is kind of a lazy thing from Netmarble, but the buffs that they gave her were actually quite substantial. I do wish she had a little bit more damage accumulation. From the testing that I've seen so far, with this character, she's almost on par with Gambit, or at least equal with Gambit. And that's actually a testament to Quasar. The thing is, she is a paywall character. You can get her from the Dimension missions. In here, you can get her from here, right? She is in here, but it's very difficult to get those bios, which kind of makes for a pain in the butt, especially when you're trying to level up a uniform. That's kind of the thing that's bad about paywalls. Usually you got to buy a bio sub in order to get some bios for this character so you can level up the uniform. And, where's her utility? Well, she really doesn't have any utility at all. She's pretty much a standalone character that can do some damage for you. I mean, it's nice that she has the ignore target dodge rate, but it only applies to herself. It doesn't apply to any allies. If it did, that might make her a little bit better as far as like having for a support. But she's really just a character all on her own. And she's just one of those characters. I mean, again, I play with Gambit all the time in World Boss Legend, all the time. But there are characters that are stronger than him. And that's kind of where Quasar would be. She'd be one of them characters that you definitely could play there. But I think a lot of people might prefer to play other characters. Although Quasar is super proc friendly and very easy to play. And then she's got this passive that removes all debuff and creates a shield that's 50% of max HP, which really helps her survivability. Not only that, but in her uniform effect, she actually has chain hit damage by 20% when attacking, which is awesome. And the decrease all damage received by 30% really helps her survivability. And that chain hit damage, I mean, if you put a CTP of energy on this character and the fact that she's very proc friendly, I mean, you're going to be having 50% chain hit damage, which really will synergize with Pierce. And unfortunately, I need to awaken her before I could really test her in World Boss Legend to see the kind of difference that she has. Now, as far as my build, she has 23,000 energy attack. She has pretty much max attack stats except for her critical rate. As far as her Urus, she is level 60. All of her gears are level 20. She does have 5-star energy attack Urus. Not a spectacular build. Again, just level 60, right? Level 20 gears. All of her skills are 6. And then she just has a stage 5 power of Angry Hawk set. It's a pretty free to play build. We got a critical damage with 160% damage proc on the girl. And her uniform is just at normal. And if you take her into World Boss here, Stage 99, we'll use Nick Fury's leadership, of course, for the big support buffs, the 50% all attack, and then Coulson for the 45% damage dealt to supervillains. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and put Shuri in there, so we'll get that extra 35% decreased damage received from supervillains. That's going to add on to the 30% that Quasar already has to really make her a bit more of a tank. And then we won't use any strikers. Now, something I didn't mention is that Quasar actually has a heal on her 4th skill, right? On top of the damage accumulation, on top of the invincibility and the immunity. And that heal is instantaneous. You get that thing as soon as you hit the 4, so you don't have to worry about canceling the skill in order to get the heal. And that's actually very, very nice. Now, we'll go ahead and get that attack buff first. And 3, 4, 5. So, I mean, it's okay damage. It's not bad. You know, just a tier 2, non-transcended. And that debuff's actually really nice, especially with the time freeze, the meteorites. It really, really helps her survivability. Debuffing those attacks. I mean, whenever she's debuffing the meteorites, she's not going to be taking as much damage from them. And that's actually quite nice. Okay. It's also nice that she goes into an iframe on that 5th skill. So she actually ignores a lot of attacks because of that, or she actually avoids them. Alright. But, I mean, here's the thing about this. Blue Marvel, my tier 2 Blue Marvel, with a build that has no Urus, a normal rank uniform, 140% damage proc, can actually do just as much damage as this. And Blue Marvel is pretty much going to be a PvP character. And a lot of people are going to look at that and think about that and think, well, you know, Quasar, I mean, she's got some power. But really, I think the main reason people would probably get her is because she's going to be waifu for a lot of players out there. I mean, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous uniform. I do wish it had a little bit more oomph, but it is nice that at least it has a heal. This is something that Black Panther should have got. He should have absolutely got a heal. But unfortunately, he didn't. And because they gave her this heal, because she has the remove all debuff, I mean, she really is a complete character, and she's super fun and super easy to play. This is something that's really spectacular about her. Now, if I take any bleed from Cole here, I will die pretty much instantaneously unless that debuff kicks in. That debuff really can save you. It's something that's really nice about her kit. And when you have her transcended and you're going against Mephisto, right? You're not going to get stunned in those last phases. She's a universal type. You can increase her type enhancement to where she's going to be doing, right? She's going to be ignoring that stun. Okay, watch out, watch out, watch out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And see, that debuff just saved us right there. But I just love how you can just cancel these skills immediately. You don't have to worry about setting the proc off early, like, unfortunately, like Black Panther. Right? You know, whenever you do Black Panther's 4th skill, you got to do 2 strikes. And a lot of times they'll set off the proc before you go into your 5th skill, and it's quite annoying. But, I mean, she's doing all right. She's, you know, going through this pretty easy. We just got to play somewhat careful because, again, I mean, if we take any bleed, if that debuff is on cooldown, we are going to die. And the other thing about having that iframe on that 5th skill is Cole or the world bosses, they don't go anywhere, right? They're just kind of sitting stationary and they don't go anywhere. It's kind of almost acts like a paralysis in a way. There's that debuff kicking in. That's something about her kit I really, really love is the shield and the debuff to really help that survivability. Get out of there. Plus, having that invincibility on that fifth skill will give her that native super armor. So whenever Cole's doing that spinning attack, he can't interrupt her. I mean, she still could take damage from it, but she won't get interrupted, at least during that. Now there, I kind of messed up. Cole started going into iframes. Ooh, watch out. We'll get over here, get over here, get over here. There we go. And run over here. And we don't have to worry about the purple attacks either because she's in that iframe. That's actually nice. Now, even though I got the debuff, I still want to avoid all the poison. I also like that when she does her fifth skill, she swings to the other side. That's actually quite nice, especially for survivability. So, you know, Cole or your world boss is going to be facing you, and you're actually going to end up on the other side of them whenever you do your fifth skill, which really does help with your survivability. And her movement speed, by the way, is amazing. She has wonderful, wonderful movement speed. We're going to get old Cole here. Okay, we just need to do this one more time, and then he's ours. And boom. So, I mean, you know, 30 seconds to spare. It's not really, you know, considering I have 13% Pierce on my account, and, you know, we're using Nick Fury's leadership, you know, and she's got, you know, a fairly decent free-to-play build. I mean, it is just a normal ranked uniform. I mean, she does just have a stage 5 ISO 8 set, so she's not getting, like, full stat bumps or anything like that. I mean, it's not bad. It's decent. And again, you know, she's on pretty much Gambit's level as far as what I can tell from other videos I saw. Shout out to Moonbro. But, you know, I think for a lot of people that won't be good enough, especially for a paywall character. That's the thing about this character. She is a paywall, and you're pretty much going to have to get a bio sub to level her up unless you just wait and wait and wait. I mean, you can't even craft her bios in the crafting system. She's not even in here, which kind of sucks. I mean, if she was able to craft, it'd be a little bit better, but she isn't. So pretty much the only way you're going to be able to level this character up is by buying a bio sub. And, you know, I mean, is she going to be worth all that? I think for a lot of players, probably not. I mean, for me, again, you know, aesthetics alone, I would probably buy this uniform just on that merit. But as far as her damage, it is good. It is respectful. But it's not top tier, and I find that's going to be a thing that I'm going to keep saying about a lot of these characters in this update. You know, like, they're strong, they got good upgrades, but none of them have really skyrocketed into the next level, except for maybe Blue Marvel. He's pretty much the only one, and that's really more in PvP content. So let me know how you're all feeling about Quasar. I mean, this is a great upgrade, but I do wish they would have increased her accumulation a little bit. If they would have just gave her a, you know, plus 1% accumulation, I think that would have just put her just a little bit over the edge, and maybe made it worthwhile for a lot of players to go ahead and buy her, go ahead and get that bio sub. So again, let me know how y'all feeling about Quasar, and I do stream on Twitch at Reset. The link will be in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.